Portland's Rock Station, 105.9 The Brew. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura. Had to move some things around this morning, so we're going to give away the Scott Stapp tickets at 9:30. All right, 9:30 this morning for the Stapp Infection game.
Yes.
Because coming up here in a few minutes, comedian Felipe Esparza going to be at Helium this weekend. Will be in studio with us. Before that, though, Drew's got sports. What do you have?
Steelers and Patriots went at it under the lights. We'll tell you what happened when the dust settled.
It's all coming up right after Zeppelin. Happy Friday. It's 7:25 on The Brew.
Well, last night it was supposed to be the lowest scoring affair of all time in football, and it wasn't. It actually went over the points in the second quarter. I'm riding the elevator down with some guys who know quite a bit about sports, at least in my mind, and they're like, no, money line, Steelers, Take the under. There's your parlay. Patriots win the game. It goes
Oh.
over in the points in the second quarter. Once the Patriots had 21 points and it was over, I was like, whoa. All right, well, I guess I won't neglect my kids and we'll watch Home Alone from here on out. So, in the end, 21-18, and Bill Belichick, who would think that maybe his job could be on the line, wins a game when nobody thought he could do it. Also, last night you had the semifinals of the in-season tournament in the NBA. You get $500,000 apiece if you win the thing. You also get a big payout for coaches, assistant coaches. So while some of these guys are making so much money, it's disgusting. Some of them might only be in the league for 2 or 3 years and are maybe making $800,000, and that's what the Indiana Pacers are dealing with. They take it to the Bucks and get the job done, and then Halliburton taps his watch right in front of Dame. What did Dame have to say about it? He said this.
When you having your moment, it's important to be careful and to be humble when you having your moments, because you just never know how the tables turn and when they're going to turn. So I respected it. You know, I didn't think we shook hands after the game, and I wasn't moved by it left or right.
He's pretty chill about it, and he also went on to say, hey, I've done it to so many people, and if you're going to do it to others, you have to expect things to come back on yourself. They will not be playing in the final. It's the Pacers against the Lakers in Las Vegas. Maybe they can fix that faulty wrap job they did on the arena they're playing in. It's some pretty B-League stuff. Tonight, Blazers Mavericks, 7 o'clock. We'll break it down in an hour. There's your sports.
All right, coming up next, comedian Felipe Esparza is going to be at Helium Comedy Club this weekend, but will be in studio with us right after STP. You can watch it all online at 1059thebrew.com. All right. He won Last Comic Standing. He had a Comedy Central special like 2 months ago, I saw.
Nice.
He's going to be at Helium Comedy Club this weekend. Please welcome to the show, Felipe Esparza.
What's up, fool?
What up, dude?
What's up, man? I don't have a Comedy Central special. I never had one.
Oh, it's
Oh, no,
it's
the internet
Netflix.
thinks you do.
Yeah, it's what is this? Comedy Central stand-up. Felipe Esparza, I'm the real Batman. This is not happening. 2 months ago.
Oh yeah, this is not happening. Yeah,
Oh, so there is
that,
one.
Is that
but
one?
that's
on-
not a special. That's like a one man,
okay.
like a storytelling
right.
with a host Ari Shafir.
Well, it's special
Oh,
to
yeah.
me. It's special to me.
'Cause so that makes sense because you were telling stories about doing crazy drugs at the drive-in movie.
Yeah, it was hilarious because, for one, I didn't know that you were jumped into a gang once.
Yeah, I was jumped into a gang like when real old too, 19.
You were 19 years old,
Man.
and you grew up in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
so it's
Boyle
like-
Heights.
And so, what was that like? Because I remember being in like middle school and kids talking about that, and it's
Oh
scary.
man, I grew up like when I grew up, it was like the neighborhood was changing from heroin and PCP to crack.
Right.
So during
Transition
the crack
time.
epidemic.
So an upgrade.
Yeah.
And you did PCP, and you
Yeah,
went and
I did,
smoked it at
man.
a drive-in theater.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty wild.
I was my friend and I were hanging out, and there was PCP being sold in the neighborhood. Like people would just drive by, and they'll say $10, and that guy would dip like a menthol cigarette in a little bottle, and like a $10 dip, and they'll
Jeez.
just give it to you.
Oh, my God.
Or $5 or with a $20 dip, it's the whole cigarette inside, and then you wrap it with a zigzag and you hand it over to the customer.
And you don't do that anymore, though.
Hell no.
It's hard to tour on PCP.
Do you remember the movie you were watching at this
That was
drive-in?
Terminator 2.
Terminator 2. Really?
And I was dressed exactly like I am right now.
Were you
black.
just freaked out, or did
Yeah,
it?
well, that guy was like a bully in the neighborhood, and like he just got me at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Man, watching Terminator 2 when we were young was super intense to start with.
Yeah.
You throw a $20 dip in there.
Jeez.
Yeah, man.
Get
Dun,
pretty
dun,
hairy.
dun.
And so you guys, like, what was the name of your gang?
Oh man, I can't say it because they're still around.
Oh, they're
God.
real,
Yeah,
real deal.
Got it. So,
Yeah.
but I heard that there was like you don't get to leave the gang, you know,
No,
death or something.
when they beat you
You
out?
leave as a Christian, or they jump you out.
Okay. Did you
Okay.
get jumped out, or did you find
No, I
out?
didn't get jumped out. I just walked. I walked out. I left before the gang got really strong and really
Okay.
hardcore.
Okay.
Like when I left, a lot of the people that were our friends ended up being our enemies. So like they started like it was a real close neighborhood. It was divided by a street, so it wasn't no drive-bys. People were walking up to each other and just shooting each other.
Jeez Louise, man.
Like I remember, when I came out of rehab, I saw it felt like one of those drug wars you see in that movie City of God, and like the favelas in Brazil.
Yeah.
Where just random people running out of their house chasing people.
Like it was that serious,
It was that
and
crazy.
police don't really patrol the area.
It was
of it.
crazy, man. Because we had cops that were just for our neighborhood. It was called the Los Angeles Housing Authority.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they were the cops for all the housing projects in Los Angeles.
Were they dirty too, or were they just?
I don't know if they were
Hands
dirty,
off more than anything.
but they were not dirty because they only work from. They only work till 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, and so
Oh,
after
okay.
that, it's just the
5
purge.
a.m.
Oh, that's
and they
rough,
work till
yeah.
2:30.
Got it. The
And then
purge
after
goes from
that,
2:30 to
LAPD
6 a.m.
LAPD took off.
Okay.
So we knew exactly when they got off work. So then that's when we all came out.
Okay,
Jeez.
so you'd have a little time there.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Jeez,
But I
man.
got it when I got out. It was right before everything went crazy. Before it was like my neighborhood was all independent, so anybody could sell without being taxed, without being
I see.
pressured. You know.
Was
Okay.
part of the reason they let you out because you were a funny guy? Like, were you funny then, or
No, I
did
just
you
left.
get funny?
I left.
He keeps making fun of us. Get this guy out of here.
He just
I
keeps
left.
making fun.
I left. What happened was I got into a fight with that. Like I told that story, and then everybody from that neighborhood was after me,
Right.
and then I want to go ask for help. So Father Greg Boyle, he put me in rehab.
Okay. And is that so that's how you got sober? I was
Yeah.
going to ask. How long ago was that?
That was a long time ago, like almost 20 years ago.
Jeez. And so do you still speak to the father?
No. Father Greg Boyle, yeah. When I won Last Comic Standing, they
Mm-hmm.
asked me, what are you going to do with your money? And all the other comments were saying, I'm going to buy a house. I'm going to buy this. I said, I'm going to donate money to Homeboy Industry, the guys who helped me change my life.
Homeboy Industry.
That's
That is
awesome.
so awesome.
That's great, dude.
So at the time when I said that, they were having money problems, and they put the Homeboy Industries, Father Greg Boyle, and the number on NBC.
Right.
And then people were calling in, donating money.
Ah, that's
Huge.
awesome.
So I kind of helped them
Pretty
out.
great.
Yeah.
Well,
Nice.
congratulations on that. So there, it is possible to get off that
Yeah,
PCP,
then my-
even if you're smoking it at a drive-in theater. It's possible to get off of it.
And the next day, my son's mom filed for child support too.
Oh,
So she became the last baby mama standing.
Well, that's
very good. And so
that should be the name of your podcast. I know the
Last
name.
baby
Baby
mama
Mama
standing.
Standing.
Yeah, the name of your
Yeah.
podcast is "What's Up, Fool," which is a great name. But I
Yeah,
think
it is.
maybe "Last Baby Mama Standing" is
at least an episode.
well, dude, you're going to be at Helium Comedy this weekend. Is it 2 shows tonight, 2 tomorrow, 1
2
Sunday?
shows tomorrow and 2 shows tonight, 1 Sunday.
Yeah, and so we got legal weed in this state. Can you smoke weed, or you just?
Yeah, I smoke weed. I do mushrooms. I
Okay.
don't do anything else. I was sober after I came out of rehab for 10 years, 11, but then I fell off the wagon again,
Yeah.
and it got bad.
Like
I
how'd
don't
you?
have money.
What'd you fall
Right,
off
yeah.
with?
Huh?
What, was it with the PCP again?
Crack. Yeah, man. I remember I don't know if you know Ralphie May.
Yeah.
The late Ralphie
Absolutely.
May. He found out what happened to me in Addison, Texas, and he told everybody, but as a jokingly way, like
Right.
Felipe was crazy. And I remember somebody said that I ordered from room service a spoon and baking soda,
Oh my goodness.
and they brought it.
Oh my god.
They actually brought it.
Yeah, I think the weed and the mushrooms are a
Wow.
safer lane.
Yeah,
than
I see
any
what
of
are you
that stuff.
microdosing for like depression or something like that, and a lot of people are doing
But
that.
it's funny, everybody does crack, loses weight. I gain weight.
What?
I said, what are you cutting it with butter or what?
Felipe Esparza sober now at Helium Comedy Club this weekend.
What's up, fool? Also, man, I've been touring with Bert Kreischer,
Yeah,
but
He's
not
been
the
big-
big arenas.
big
but
arenas,
The
dude.
boats. He
And-
did a boat cruise.
like I was thinking
Like
like
an
a
actual
riverboat,
boat.
No, big old cruise ship.
a cruise ship.
It was Miss Pat, Mark Norman, myself, Dave Williamson, the guys from the Garbage Podcast, and Shang Wang.
Okay,
So it was like a cruise ship with only comedians. It was 21 and over.
Damn.
that sounds
And like
awesome.
Party
no
time.
kids, man, no kids. And they were all, man, it was cool.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
the
never
way
been
to
in a
do
cruise
it.
ship ever.
Yeah.
So you could smell weed, you know.
Have you been on a cruise ship on shrooms?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, they had them.
Of course they
on the
did.
boat.
They got everything
from
on.
Portland there. But man, it got crazy immediately as we got on the boat. Like myself, and Miss Pat, and Mark Norman, we were hosting a Speedo contest
Right.
that turned into the smallest man contest.
Oh,
And then this guy put
could
on
win
his
that.
Speedos.
And just teeny
And,
weeny.
and bro, if you guys can see this, see that right there?
yeah, a little the
Thimble.
digit of
that's
your
it.
pinky.
Oh.
Second place, this little thing. Give me a second place.
That's second place.
This guy pulled
That'd
out.
be me.
He pulled it out, and then Bert and everybody were like, "Whoa, whoa!" And Bert's Kreischer said, "If anybody can beat that, $5,000." I was backstage, looking for a guy. He goes, "Anybody could beat that?" And I saw this woman rubbing her man's shoulder.
Oh, she's like hyping him up, like you can
So
do it,
for real,
honey.
I heard her
Oh
say-
my
We
God, I
could-
would have
we
thrown
could
her
really
right off the
use-
boat.
We could really use the cash, honey.
Get off.
Austin, you got this.
Oh my God, it's awful.
Come on, honey.
She just
you
threw
got
him right
this.
under the bus.
And he pulled it out, and it was just the peanuts with like, every peanut has a little bit of a bone or a muscle in there that you could tell that it's
That it's a
gonna
thing.
rise to the occasion.
Yes.
Not this one, man.
Oh.
They look like an amoeba.
All right. Now I'm gonna have that image in my head the rest
Yeah,
of the
that's
day.
Oh,
forever.
man, I got a video.
Have a great holiday season. Felipe Esparza, Helium Comedy Club, Portland.heliumcomedy.com is the website for tickets. Thank you so much for coming on, brother.
What's up, fool?
Maybe Elon Musk isn't running Twitter into the ground after all. The CEO of X says over 10 million people signed up for the social media platform this month.
That's what he said.
He's not the CEO of the company, which I thought he was. Some lady named Linda said,
Linda?
or Lisa, I can't remember, but she's the CEO, and she says 10 million people have already signed up this month. They don't normally release user data, but the New York Times recently reported that X could lose as much as $75 million in advertising revenue by the end of the year. So I think maybe they're just trying to do some damage control there. But I mean, if it's true, 10 million people, it's nothing to scoff at, I guess. The U.S. Postal Service has announced its shipping deadlines for packages to arrive by Christmas. So if you, like I, have family members out of state that you need to get those packages to, listen up. December 16th is the cutoff for the cheap shipping, 5-day shipping using USPS Ground Advantage and First Class Mail services. You've got till December 18th to mail parcels if you pay for 4-day shipping. You've got until December 21st if you want to pay the big bucks and use USPS Priority Mail Express 1-day shipping, but the last mail day before Christmas is Saturday, December 23rd, if you really want to wait till the very last minute. And finally, Tillamook County is rushing to build a completely new bridge in just 10 to 15 days after a washout on Miami Foley Road. They're racing against time as this existing stretch of Highway 101 between Tillamook and Cannon Beach is regularly shut down each winter by landslides and coastal flooding, but this closure could add 2 hours to the commute between Garibaldi and Manzanita, as drivers would have to take a detour. They say the flooding caused an estimated $2.5 million in damage to county roads. And by the way, that's not over. That atmospheric river is back this weekend. So brace yourselves. More on those stories, 1059thebrew.com.
Thank you very much. Sometime before the end of the show, we got a free pizza to give away from Papa Murphy's because it's a free pizza Friday. We're just going to give that to a random caller sometime this morning. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on 1059 The Brew. Happy Friday. La 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 la. Man, I've had such a hard time with my Christmas lights at my house. It's so frustrating.
No, what happened
Been
now?
Christmas light hell. Because I've been, I set some lights up in the house, and then I had a strand that was like, remember I told you only half this net worked?
Yeah, which happens. It seems every year. You
Yeah.
pull the lights out of the box, and it's almost guaranteed that part of it's not going to work.
So I got all mad and threw those away, and then I bought another set online, and they finally got here yesterday. And so because I've set most of the lights up, there's these two bushes I wanted to put some nets on.
Yeah.
And I've already I put a net on there once and I didn't like it, and so then I put the net on another bush, and then I bought another net that was too big, and then I bought a net that wasn't working, and it's just been a nightmare, right? So I finally get these new nets yesterday. I set them all up without testing them.
Well, yeah, because they're brand new, right?
Brand
so you
new
think
right
they're
out of the
gonna
box.
Work?
One strand, one net works perfectly fine. The other net, only half of it works.
Oh,
A
come
brand
on.
new one, too. That's always so frustrating.
Yeah.
And then you never know, is it a wiggle away or is it a test every bulb away?
Or is it a
Right.
fuse issue?
Yeah.
Like, what's the problem? I just ended up stretching it out and giving up.
Because if you
I'm
bought
done.
another one, I mean, you already have more nets than a crabbing boat. It's probably best.
Yeah, and I got to take them all back to Whole Foods. So I got like 5 boxes of
yeah.
Christmas lights to return.
Whatever. Your bushes just don't want to be locked down, man. They want to be
don't.
free.
Bush lights are great, but they are probably the #1 bulb dying brand that I've
I
experienced.
feel like they only have like a
Very short
2-year life.
Like the Griswold pull out the wad of 5-year-old bulbs and
Yeah.
undo them and they work. Those days are over.
Yeah, right.
I
You
don't
got a
know.
short life.
My bulbs from last year work just fine. They're twinkling better than ever before.
And you had them all knotted up.
And you've got one strand on a nice, comfortable porch. Like
Yeah.
there's no damage to be had there. There's no animals ruffling through them,
Except
dog chewing on
my
it.
crows. I actually had to move the cord of my lights the other day because I was feeding my crows scrambled eggs, and they landed on the balcony. And he was having a hard time getting over the obstacle that was my Christmas light, so I had to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I love how they're your crows.
They are my crows.
Yeah, she's gone full crow lady for sure.
They're my best
You
friends.
think a standard bird lady's bad?
So listen, if you're not in the Christmas mood, if you're not in the Christmas spirit yet, rather, maybe this will help.
All right.
Let's get you in the mood. And if that doesn't help, for the next 14 days, you'll have to travel to Iowa to see this, but the Iowa State House has a display from the Satanic Temple.
Oh, that's wait. What? What? The
The
Iowa.
Iowa.
State House has a display from the Satanic Temple for the next 14 days. The group says that if Christian displays like a tree can go up at the Capitol, then all beliefs should be celebrated.
I mean,
Dis-
I guess that's.
Displays are allowed in the rotunda as long as they go through the correct administrative channels. The display features a ram's head covered in tiny mirrors on a mannequin cloaked in red clothing.
I like it.
Super weird.
That's kind of like a Krampus type vibe. You know, that's a holiday tradition.
I can just see, I
It's
can
a dark
imagine
one,
people
but-
in Iowa freaking out.
I know that's what I thought at first, that like the Iowa State House or whatever, those people were responsible for it, but turns out it's just everyone is
I think
allowed
they're
to put their
forced to, yeah.
religions on display, which is fine.
Is it? How do you say this guy's name? Is it Lucian? Lucien? Lucian?
Yeah, Lucian. I would
looks
because
like.
it would be Lucifer, but
That's a
Lucian's
Lucian?
cousin.
That sounds
Lucifer's
right, yeah.
second cousin.
Lucian Greaves, co-founder of the Satanic Temple, says that those who don't like it don't have to look at it.
We're going to relish the opportunity to be represented in a public forum. We don't have a church on every street corner. My feeling is that if people don't like our displays in public forums, they don't have to engage with them. They don't have to view them.
Makes a good point. Just don't look
that's
at it.
true.
I see. I thought the satanic guy was gonna be like cool and yeah.
No, he's
this
a
is what
nerd.
we do. And he's all, you don't have to look at our satanic goat's head.
They're very official people.
Shelley Flockhart was part of a Christian prayer group that gathered in opposition to the satanic display.
Flockhart.
Let's see on the Karen level if she hits like an 8 or a 9.
She's got to be pagan.
Let's see here.
One, I hope people realize spiritual warfare is real, that there are
That at least gets you a 5.
Yeah, okay, fine. We're
evil
climbing.
satanic forces that are trying to infiltrate our state. It's a very dark, evil force, and I truly hope people know how to battle that.
That's a 7 at least.
She's creeping.
She got to do some research. Miss, what was her name again?
Her name is Miss Flockhart.
Flockhart, do some research on the Church of Satan. Okay.
Because don't they
Maybe
say
you
they don't
learn
even
a thing or two.
Like they say they don't even worship Satan.
Yeah, it's not about like actual.
which makes no sense to me.
Well, they have to keep the name or they're not tax exempt.
Exactly.
Well, last night was supposed to be a bore fest when it comes to football on Thursday night, but it wasn't so bad. It actually went over on the points in the first half, but then if you watch the rest of the game, you could see how just pause mode they can be because there was only like another 8 points in the game after the second quarter. But the New England Patriots win their third game of the season, 21-18, in a game we'd all like to forget. Also, last night, semifinals of the in-season tournament. The only people who are super stoked about this are the people who are still in it or people who need the money. The Indiana Pacers, one of those teams, lowest payroll in the league and rolling at the right time as they knock off Damian Lillard and Giannis in dramatic form yesterday, pointing at the watch afterwards, saying Dame time. You got to remember, some of these guys were watching Damian Lillard as a Blazer when they were still in high school. After the game, Dame was asked if that upset him at all.
When you having your moment, it's important to be careful and to be humble when you having your moments because you just never know how the tables turn and when they're going to turn. So I respected it. You know, I didn't think we shook hands after the game, and I wasn't moved by it left or right.
Now, they won't get that extra cash, $500,000 to every player on the roster. The Pacers will face the Lakers, who just smashed the Pelicans last night after a lackluster performance and a 44-point loss. Hopefully, the Blazers can channel that tonight at the Moda Center. Let's get loud. These guys have been playing hard for us. Let's get loud for them. 7 o'clock is your tip. Go Blazers. There's your sports.
Thank you very much. All right, we got a free pizza to give away from Papa Murphy's sometime before the end of the show. Coming up next, though, Casey Beefwater Bay is in studio to review another classic television show.
Yeah.
What's the beef watching? We will find out coming up right after the White Stripes. Happy Friday. It's Tanner, Drew, and Laura on The Brew. Got our company holiday party today, starting at 11 a.m.
Yeah, I got
Boom.
shamed into buying a Christmas sweater.
Oh, you did? Yeah. I got one yesterday.
Does
Mine's
yours
got.
have a crow on it, Laura? Or I
No,
saw
but
Tanner's.
if there would have been one with a crow on it, you know I would have bought it.
Tanner's is pretty sweet. I can't wait to see it.
Laura thinks it's inappropriate. Here, Casey, you tell me if this is inappropriate.
It
All
is
right.
for a holiday party. Oh, there it is. Oh, it lights up. Oh my God!
What is inappropriate
Wait,
about
put
having
it-
yourself put on a Christmas
Put
sweater?
it near the put it near the camera.
So, my Christmas sweater just has Santa. He's
Just Santa.
He's
sure.
naked. He's naked, but he is like drinking. He's got his hat on. He's drinking something,
He's got a package.
and there's like a present covering his present.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I just don't like how seductively he's holding that.
Well, I'm sorry.
bottle.
Just
Been through a
because it
lot.
makes you feel things doesn't mean it's
yeah,
inappropriate.
do you realize how hard he just worked?
Don't say
He just went and
hard,
delivered
Casey.
presents all around the world to kids everywhere.
And he can't relax with a cold pop.
Santa
Yeah.
can drink in the nude if he wants.
Can't come in and warm his arthritic bones by the fire while Mrs. Claus
I mean,
makes him a nice
listen,
po' boy.
He
You know
can
how-
do whatever he wants. I just don't want to see it on a sweater.
Oh, for
Casey,
God's
be
sake.
Do you know
flippant.
how damp a Santa suit is after traveling the globe?
I can only imagine.
Imagine how damp the sweater's going to be after today.
Imagine how
Bing
damp
bong.
Mrs. Claus gets.
Go.
So how incognito is the battery pack? Where does that sit?
It's right on the lights. You can kind of see it. It's not.
Okay.
Listen, I spent $60 on a stupid sweater,
Wow.
but it still feels like cheap. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
yeah,
I,
of course.
I put on last night. Doesn't fit that well. It's only black in the front and red in the back, so I just look like a big. I look like the big red ball from Wipeout.
Yesterday, I saw an
Embarrassing.
ad. I think it was in my email, and Amazon was like, "Ugly sweaters for under $30." I was like, is that a bargain?
Yeah, they should be 10
$29.99
It
is a
should be $10.
steal. Like, I know.
A sweater. I mean, these things are finely crafted. Mine has a big old
Sure.
furry
It's like,
sloth on
but
the
before
front.
they were popular, you could probably get one for $10.
Yeah, but
you
you'd have
know?
to go to. They didn't. I mean, you'd
then
have
it
to
became
actually.
trendy.
Back then,
Search
you'd have
for
to go
them.
get a real one. These
Yeah.
are all knockoffs now.
Yeah, like jokey. Because back then they were kind of being serious.
Yeah,
right?
they're like you
Right.
found your mom's old one and you wore it.
Exactly.
Well, I'm glad you guys are participating. I'm glad everybody's got their
What's
sweater.
this, you guys? What are you doing?
Well, I've got one too, but I'm glad
Okay.
nobody's sitting it out. That's what I'm saying.
The real question is, who brought a white elephant gift?
I brought a
did.
white elephant gift.
Tanner?
All right, so let's check this out. I did not. No, I did not. I forgot.
Are you for real?
It was the
Yeah,
third
I
part
forgot.
of the email. You got to put that at the top, Case.
Dude,
Am I
that
for
in the
real?
subject
Who
line.
cares?
who cares?
I didn't do it last year either.
Excuse me while I just barrel in with a bunch of attitude. You're sitting out on the white elephant.
I am.
I'm just here for the food.
That's all
and
I'm
let you
here
guys
for.
look at me for
The
a minute.
food and the free drinks. That's all I'm
Whatever,
here
dude.
for. I'm not giving anybody a gift. Especially giving you a gift.
Beefwater is so disappointed.
I just can't believe you sometimes.
Well, you should. You should.
He got the sweater. Give him that.
Yeah,
Well,
come on now.
Boy, way to put all your eggs in one basket
Oh,
there.
shut up. Who cares? Who cares? I didn't do it last year. I didn't hear you complaining.
Well, I expected it last year. This year you said you were doing it, and then you didn't.
Yeah, well,
Oh, you said you were going to do the white elephant?
I was going
Yeah.
to. Yeah, I
Oh,
forgot. Yeah.
no.
So way to build me up and let me down.
Well, we have until 11, so I suppose I can run to Fred
I'll
Meyer.
look around here.
God.
And honestly, the rules of white elephant is it can be a crappy gift, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna
So-
just go. I'll just go walk the floor and find
Listen,
something.
now,
There you go.
I'll
Casey's coffee mug.
I'll take you up to the prize closet.
No,
we'll
you
find
don't. I'll
something.
go to Fred Meyer's 5 minutes from here. I'll just go to Freddy's. If you just shut up,
You know
please.
what they say. You'll find it
Just
at
shut your
Freddy's.
mouth.
Yes, that's true.
All right. Merry Christmas, by the way.
So
Filthy
everybody,
animals.
this is how you get to Tanner quickly. You
Just bust his balls.
Well, it feels like the holidays when the yelling starts.
My mom was that way during the holidays, man. If it wasn't like matching up what was going on in her head,
Yeah.
it was scream time.
Man.
You know, like you're opening the present too early. I'm not ready to take a picture. I don't care about the photo.
Yeah.
That was my mom.
Did you have to hold up everything and get a photo for
Yeah,
everything?
I did, and so I go, Mom, you're yelling, and it's Christmas.
Yeah.
My mom would do a 2-hour drill sergeant after Christmas morning, but before you go to the relatives.
Right.
So it's like now it's time to make potato salad. And you don't matter anymore. You had your hour.
And so keep pushing me, and I'll turn into my mother right here on the radio.
Hey, I'm not scared.
Well, you should be, because she's a monster.
I want to see a little bit of your childhood come forth.
No, you don't.
It's about to get dark in here.
Memories are repressed for a reason. Don't.
All right, we got Beefwater in here for a reason, not to just bust my balls here, but he is also going to review an old TV show because he's an old soul.
You can tell by the rant that just happened.
He's an old soul.
Little cranky.
Yeah, he's a little cranky. He likes to watch older sitcoms and older dramas.
Yeah.
Things from the 70s and the 80s and 90s. What was the show that you reviewed last time?
Last time.
It's been so
Golden
long.
Girls?
What did I do? I think I did Golden Girls last
The
time.
Golden
yes.
Girls? All right. Well, what show are you reviewing today?
Well, this was technically a made-for-TV movie, holiday special edition, and we're talking about the Star Wars Christmas special.
What?
Everybody.
Oh, it's the worst.
Everybody has seen this. Everybody has an opinion on it. I had to go back and revisit it because 'tis the season. So if you haven't ever seen it, this thing, I mean, it's everything the 70s was with TV. Like, it's just remarkably bad. And
It's beyond bad, yeah.
I don't know if it was one of those deals where, like, we're just going to greenlight it and we're going to figure it out later. But we're start shooting on Tuesday, even though we don't have a script. I don't know what happens. We're just using leftover stuff that we already had around a sound studio somewhere. I don't know, but I left more confused than I started with, and the whole premise is Han Solo trying to get Chewbacca back to his home planet to celebrate this. What is it called?
It's not even Christmas.
No, it's like. Because it's got to be universal, Drew. You can't just pigeonhole Christmas. There's a lot of different beliefs. So he is. I lost the Life Day.
Life Day.
Oh, they call
What
Christmas
a name.
in Star Wars.
Christmas in Chewbacca's land is Life Day. We also find out that Chewbacca's got a full tilt family. He's got a wife. He's got a kid. There's Grandpa Chewbacca. Nobody speaks a lick of English. It's fantastic.
Right.
So, what got me was the guest stars on this thing. You got Art Carney from The Honeymooners. You got B. Arthur. You got
Golden
Jefferson.
B. Arthur's in this?
B. Arthur. You got Jefferson Starship
I don't remember that.
doing a musical little number. And there's just no rhyme or reason to any of it.
Right.
It's unbelievable. And it also was amazing. They had Luke Skywalker in there and Princess Leia, actual Darth Vader. They didn't even use, normally when they do these like TV show things, you never get the real actors in there. You get some sort of knockoff.
Right.
And so they didn't. They went full steam ahead, bringing everybody in, and it couldn't have been more terrible. Okay, you got Han Solo also, right? Nobody put their foot down? Like, nobody looked at that and went, like, wait a minute. I have to live with this for the rest of my days? Mm-hmm. I'm completely flabbergasted. Laura, you need to watch this thing.
I have not seen this special. Has everybody else
I
seen
got a
it?
couple of clips if you want to hear. I got a little piece of it.
This
if you
was
want.
CBS primetime, and it's just
Do they still
unbelievable.
play it like every year?
They
Is it
should.
like a tradition
They
for
should.
people?
No, I
or-
think they try to bury it like it never existed, but
Yeah.
they should play it.
Yeah, this is no Charlie Brown Christmas.
Originally aired in '78, and I know Court's got to be just beside himself right now listening to me talk trash
I think
about
he hates
Star
it though
Wars.
too. I think he hates the Star Wars Christmas special,
I would love his opinion on
or
it.
he wants you dead. It's
Either
Yeah,
way.
it's a toss.
Definitely.
And I'm fine with both. I just found it amazing that something this bad would be just primetime
Right.
special. Like, you would think that thing would have gotten shelved.
Here's a little clip of it. Some guy pouring juice into his head. Oh, it's just like a bunch of edits. Oh my God! If you haven't seen it, we're gonna put this online so you can get a little taste of the Star Wars Christmas special that aired.
Nothing about that sounds like something I'd want to watch.
It's so bad, it's good. Like
Yeah.
that's so
That's
terrible.
exactly what I said. Like, it laps itself. Like, it goes so incredibly bad that you go, wow, that was...
I'd love the guys
That
from
was
Mystery
something.
Science Theater 3000 to make fun of it. You know,
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty funny.
I mean, it just seems like it's deserving of a resurgence, and they should put that sucker back up somewhere and let people
Why?
scream it.
You're like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
Because it should be enjoyed.
So bad it's good
Yeah.
then.
I mean, people need to experience a good old-fashioned holiday train wreck, and that's exactly what this thing was. So I found it on YouTube. It's definitely still floating around out there, but definitely check out the Star Wars Holiday Special, even if you only get through the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because
And we'll post the video of the most disturbing moments from the Star Wars holiday special.
that's outstanding.
The entire thing.
And it's 13 minutes long, so there's a lot of crappy moments from that episode.
Oh
No,
boy.
all that and a musical number from the Jefferson Starship.
All right. Thank you, Beefwater. What's the Beef watching this week? It was the Star Wars Christmas special. From what year again?
1978.
Jeez Louise.
CBS primetime, baby.
Happy holidays. We'll be back. Hey, don't forget, next Friday morning at 8 a.m., it's our next Breaking and Entering Christmas special. We have chosen a family, and we're going to be airing that next Friday at 8 a.m., so make sure you're listening. And we'll also have the video online at 1059thebrew.com. So follow us on all the socials. We're commercial free thanks to our friends over at Lazy Boy. It's 105.9 The Brew. Tanner, Drew, and Laura with some talk back messages.
Hey, Brew Crew. At the next Bacon and Beer, I want to challenge Pew Boy to any type of duel, anything.
Oh.
Anything where I can show him he's not all that.
Yeah, Pew Boy called yesterday and said he sent us a talk back and was like, I could definitely ride a bull for 8 seconds, being all cocky about it. Then he sent us another talk back last night, all drunk, saying that, everyone's giving me hate for that. Whatever, I got haters. I bring home hotter chicks than you do, is what he said.
That's a good way to get rid of haters.
Yeah.
Throwing how hot your ladies are.
Pew Boy just makes people upset, I guess.
But I do think, why should Pew Boy be the only one who rides the bull? I think maybe we should turn it into a competition.
Right.
See who can last.
Hey, once you get the bull out there, you can promise we're not just going to spin it once.
It's going to be more than one person for sure.
And put people in the wall.
Right.
Hey, Brew Crew. The only thing hotter Pew Boy pulls is a dump.
Oh,
Morning, Brew Crew. This is Big John. I can't wait to see your Breaking and Entering Christmas special next Friday. It's going to be awesome. I always love seeing you guys help out other people in the community. Keep kicking ass. You guys got this.
Thanks, Big John. Yeah, the Breaking and Entering Christmas special is next Friday at 8 a.m. Thanks to Snapple for making it all happen.
Yeah.
Go check out the website at 1059thebrew.com once the video is posted. Follow us as soon as you can. All right, coming up in a few minutes, we got some tickets to go see Scott Stapp of Creed. He's going to be doing a solo thing at Elon A January 21st.
Yeah.
And we're going to play a new game that we have been calling the Stapp Infection.
Yeah, it's really fun.
He don't even need penicillin.
Here in about 15 minutes, we'll play that game for your chance to win. We are also streaming video in real time online if you want to watch the show right now. Check out our spy cam at 1059thebrew.com. All right, we got some Scott Stapp tickets coming up next with a fun game of the Stapp Infection.
Yeah.
Which means we need callers 10 and 11 right now. 866-445-1059 is the phone number. We've got some Scott Stapp facts. Some are real, some are made up. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just got to point out the one that's real. I mean, it's a very simple game. We do things like this all the time. So we'll do that coming up in less than 10 minutes. We are commercial free thanks to Lazy Boy on The Brew. Here's a little side hustle you could get into, Laura. I don't think this is for you, but
No, okay.
but maybe, I don't know. This woman's making lots of money. An OnlyFans model's making lots of money decorating Christmas trees topless.
Oh.
I mean, is it your decorating skills you're worried about, or what?
It's definitely the decorating skills because every other area of that situation, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's totally fine, but it's
Now-
getting the star on top.
At
That's
first-
the trouble.
At first, when I read the headline, I was like, oh, that means she's probably just like decorating a tree in a video or something topless. But it
would
sounds
think.
like she's going to people's houses and will decorate their tree. It's like a topless
I
maid
see.
service kind of a
Right.
thing.
See, I feel like this sounds good on paper to the creepazoid until she shows up with a bouncer and a Christmas hat.
Yeah, dude, so
And he asks to use your bathroom.
Yeah, I gotta blow it up, bro. We had
so
Chinese food.
creepy, dude. Like doing it on video
That's
is
one thing. That's
but
one
like
thing,
doing
yeah.
it in person, no, thank you.
And like,
That's
dude,
so
you think
creepy.
like what? You're not gonna. To me, that sucks because it's like she's naked in my house and I still can't do anything.
yeah.
And when
We're not
Yeah,
fooling
but
around. We're not
I
hanging
feel
out.
that way about going to a strip club anyway. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't go to those either.
It's like lame. Like,
But
why?
But at a strip club, if you can keep it in a novelty lane, it can be
Yeah.
fun. If it
when you're
when they're at
inviting
your
someone
house,
over to your house.
The last
it's
time
like
I was at a strip
different-
club was with a bunch of friends from high school. I think like a
Right.
year ago, right? And that
Yeah.
stripper said, "Open it up!" I walked by her and she
Exactly.
screamed, "Open it up!"
and we would never have that if he wasn't there. So
That's
that's
true.
an important
That's
part of
true.
this life.
But
Yeah,
she's
you're
right
right.
though. Like, or you're right. Sorry, because it's a novelty thing. Like it was just like let's just do it to be funny. I went there and I was like, we gotta
Exactly.
go. We gotta get out of here.
And if your buddies or the guy who brings this lady to his house starts window fogging, it gets weird.
It's creepy.
Like the guy who
Yeah.
the guy in
Too
your group who
serious.
takes it seriously. Like he's sitting up
Yeah.
at the looking at her like he's gonna take her home.
Yeah, like I've got a buddy, and I hope he's different now, but when we were in our 20s, he would be so business that he'd have like his hand on his face like he was doing an interview.
No,
and you're like, dude,
nah.
this isn't for that. This is for us. Like, act like that's a juggling clown.
No, he's still doing it.
I bet he is.
So
Not my cup of tea, but you know what? I'm
Yeah.
sure
Different
she's
strokes?
making a killing. Don't say
she's
say strokes.
she's making a decent penny, and she said as soon as she posted it, she got like 30 replies right away.
Of course.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's all
Well,
in
and
Florida,
also-
so
And I mean,
she's at.
think about it. You're a dude. You don't even know the first thing about decorating a Christmas tree. I mean, this seems like the perfect opportunity.
I want to see some of her work. If she shows up and it sucks, and then you're like, oh, man.
Yeah, right.
All right, it's now time to play our fun game called the Stap Infection.
Open it up.
the sunlight. Open it up.
Open it up. I'm talking about your arms. I want them wide open.
Arms wide open.
And open it up.
So this is a very easy game. It's a lot like, I guess, real news or fake news, a little like it happened in Florida, I suppose. But
Sniffing the BS.
we're gonna give you like 3 scenarios that Scott Stapp could have been involved in. Only one of these scenarios actually happened.
Yes.
You just have to point out which one is which
Yep.
to get the tickets to go see Scott Stapp at Elane in January. Let's all right, let's hear the stories first, or should we meet the
Doesn't
contestants
matter.
first?
Whatever you want to do.
All right, let's meet the people.
Okay.
I'm calling from Salem. His name is Connor. Good morning, Connor. Hello?
Hello,
Connor.
Connor.
Mm,
I've lost Connor.
did I pick up the wrong line?
Connor.
Hi, is this Connor? Hello? What's going on?
A whole lot of
Is everyone there?
missing Connor.
Hello.
Hello?
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 Oh,
Mike?
yeah, this is the brew. Who's this?
Mike?
This is Mike.
Michael.
That's not Connor.
All right,
Hold on.
okay.
Hold on. This is very
He
frustrating.
sounded a lot like Connor.
I have it on before. Is this Connor?
Yeah, this is Connor.
Oh, for
There
God's
he
sakes.
is.
For God's sakes, Connor.
At least you're here.
All right, buddy. You know how to play the game. That makes sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Laura, what do you got?
Here we go. In 2008, Scott Stapp was dining at a Los Angeles restaurant when he was approached by a fan who asked for a photograph. He agreed, but when he stood up for the picture, Scott Stapp stuck his fingers under the fan's armpits and shouted, "Tickle fight!" After the awkward encounter, Scott Stapp left abruptly without paying the bill. Story number 1.
All right.
Story number 2. In February of 2006, Scott Stapp got married to his second wife the following day. En route to his Hawaiian honeymoon, he got absolutely smashed and was stopped from boarding the plane at LAX. Airline personnel described him as antagonistic and boisterous. When he got to the police station, he demanded a blood alcohol test, which he promptly failed.
Of course. Well, I mean, you don't demand it all wasted and then pass.
Of course. And the third story. In 2001, while touring Human Clay, Scott Stapp went out after a show in Atlanta and was spotted at various strip clubs before ending up at a Denny's. At this point, heavily intoxicated, he and his entourage ordered what the server called enough food to feed an army. At one point, Scott Stapp disappeared and was found about 3 blocks away, passed out, clutching a jelly-filled donut.
Oh, my goodness.
Dang.
All right.
Can only hope my night goes like that.
What story is the real Scott Stapp story? That's what we need to find out here. Let's ask. Yeah, Connor, tell us what story do you think it is?
I'm going to have to go with 2.
Story number 2.
Number 2, intoxicated at the airport. Yes, that's
Hey! There it is, buddy. You just got yourself tickets to go see Scott Stapp.
Awesome.
Did the marriage last, Laura? Because that was the honeymoon and he got blasted and arrested.
If I
Guessing
recall
not.
correctly, no.
That's before, the FBI was after him.
Sure, yeah, and he had already been married once before that, so I don't think this one lasted.
He's got a lot of love to give.
Just a side note, guys, I keep trying to wrap my head around the thought of Scott Stapp finding out about the segment. And we've been doing it all week long.
The promoter, if they would have known, they would have been like, you can't give away these
You
tickets
can't do
anymore.
that because we didn't tell him what we were going to do. And so, listen, it's all in good fun, Scott.
It's all on Google.
And we know
Yeah, all your stuff's on
it's
Google.
all on Wikipedia and my imagination.
Right. And dude, I got to be honest, I think his new album slaps. I've heard a lot of the tracks on the YouTubes.
It's good.
And I think it's really good.
Get some.
There's some auto-tune on there, but I don't mind it.
Well, I mean, that's
What doesn't have a little auto-tune
exactly.
these days?
That's all of us.
All right, dude, hang on the phone. We'll get your information. And I would assume that Mr. Stapp would maybe throw in some Creed songs at his solo show.
Oh, he
I
better.
mean, if he doesn't, I don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
And then once he hears about this, I'm sure we'll have him in studio and it's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we could play, confirm or deny. Maybe we could play it in person with him.
Dude, I would love to have Scott Stapp in the studio. Are you kidding? I would love that. I would like him to do an acoustic version of, well, I just heard
Yes.
the news today.
I bet he smells good.
But I bet you if we became friends, we could have an ongoing thing. What if he's single now and we do a dating show and, what was it called? Oh, my God, I had it.
The Scott.
No, there was a Stapp joke about him being a bachelor. I've lost it.
It'll come to you.
Stapp in the name of love. That's what it was.
All right, Stapp in the name of love.
We'll call it that.
I think it would be fun. I think it'd be fun to
Stapp
talk to.
in the name of love. And we can sing the jingle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just give us the green light.
Anyway, maybe
like, I'm
Casey can
never
make that
coming
happen.
in here.
We're going to try to get him on. We're going to try to get him
All
on.
right, I'm in.
We're trying to get a whole bunch of people on. We're trying to get Corey Feldman on when he's in town with Limp Bizkit.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to have Fred in studio.
That'd
I
be
think that
great.
might be a little harder, but we're going to try.
If more famous people just want to hang out, we're cool with it.
Yeah, we're fun.
Of course we are.
Come on. what's-
Felipe didn't leave for like 20 minutes after his
know,
interview.
he
Yeah,
wanted
after
to
the
hang
show,
out.
Felipe Esparza was on the show this morning, and he's going to be at Helium this weekend. He won Last Comic Standing, and after the show, a lot of the comedians just we'll talk for a second.
Yeah.
But he hung out for a good 10, 15 minutes afterwards.
I
and-
do feel like the interview kind of woke him up too, because
Yeah.
He came in here kinda
He was
sleepy.
kind of sleepy, and then by the end of it, he's like, "Oh, and I
Now
got
I'm up."
another story about this guy."
I will be honest, it's one of the biggest compliments because even though sometimes I myself want to get them out of here because we got other things to do, and I don't
We
know.
have a list of
Yeah,
stuff going on.
right.
But it is a compliment when they hang out afterwards because it
Right.
makes me feel like they had a good time because they hate doing radio.
Oh yeah, when Big Lanyard Boy in his hockey jersey is interviewing this guy, he wants to leave right when it
Yeah, I
starts.
can only imagine what they think when Casey comes to open the door. Like, oh, son of a bitch,
Oh,
another
man.
one. But then it ends up working out for him.
It got better.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, we'll let you know if it happens. We're trying.
Casey's in his office, arms up.
It's like, what the hell?
We got Tanya Harding. Anything's possible.
Yeah,
That's
we can
true.
do this.
Anything is possible.
We
All
didn't
right.
get Fabio though.
We didn't get Fabio. You had to bring that up. Thanks. We'll be back. Hang on. A lot of good stuff online at 1059thebrew.com. Go check out our Donkey Show podcast. It's the show after the show, completely unedited and uncensored. There's no music, no commercials. It's just us talking for about 30 minutes. And, a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff in the show.
Yeah.
A lot of secrets that we reveal that we probably shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, like I said, it's unfiltered, so we just kind of let our guards down.
Yeah, if you ever want blackmail, that's the best place to retrieve it.
Start taking notes.
Yes.
1059thebrew.com. Go check that out. Also online at 1059thebrew.com is our dog of the week from, we posted her Monday. Her name's Tulip.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they call her Tulip because her ears
She's got those big, huge
stand
pointy ears.
upright like tulips.
Yeah, very possible.
Very cutie, though.
But she can hear everything.
Yep.
That's online at 1059thebrew.com. You can also check out our daily video clips from the show, 1059thebrew.com. Also, we posted, I'll post this here in a second, but we played this earlier. This AC/DC Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree mashup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't like it? Or didn't like it. Drew and I did.
That's good.
This actually would have worked for Home Alone because he's like setting up booby traps.
It would have been perfect.
That actually would have worked. They do another one. They should do another one.
No, they shouldn't.
Well, they have done other ones. They suck.
But
They just did one.
They bring make
With
it good.
Macaulay?
Maybe not.
Bring Macaulay Culkin
Maybe
back.
he's the dad. I don't know. That's a bad idea.
After what he was
But I would maybe
I
you guys
feel
are
you
right.
because
Maybe
I
you're
am
right.
because I am neck deep in it right now with my kids, and I wish there was more of him.
Yeah.
If 3 was him, then I think it could have kept going.
I'll just go and swing a paint can from my stairs later today. I feel better about myself.
That's
Yeah,
right. It'll
that,
feel good.
Yeah.
The booby trap where he steps on the nail.
And you're probably right
that
because
haunts me.
the booby traps won't be nearly as good if they do it again.
No.
Oh, and then when
Be all
they
watered
did
down.
when they did the Netflix one, I think it was where they brought Buzz back as a security guard. It was all dumbed down.
Really?
And they're not like
Lame.
committing felonies every scene like they are.
See,
in the
that's what it
original.
should be.
Come on.
It should just be like 90s style, man. Just go
Right.
for it. I agree.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Same.
That's what Hollywood wants to figure out why people hate their movies. It's because you're not going for it. You're holding back and you put out garbage.
Yeah.
Reboots and garbage.
And there are scenes in the movie, like you think about in the movie when the guy's shooting him with a Tommy gun. You wouldn't make a kid's movie with a Tommy gun shooting scene, but it's perfect because we don't have to be so sensitive.
By the
And
way,
also,
I was an
we-
adult when I found out that scene isn't real. It's
Isn't
not
that
from a
great?
real
I didn't
movie.
either. I figured for sure.
Yeah, what does he say? Leave the change, you filthy animal.
Keep
That's
the
not
cha-
a real movie.
Keep the change, you filthy
What'd I
animal.
say?
Leave the
Oh, yeah,
change.
keep the change, you filthy animal. I thought that was a real mob movie. They just made that for the film.
It's great. That guy goes down as one of the all-time great mobsters, and he was never a mobster in a movie.
See, that's why it's great. Attention to detail. You
Yeah.
know? And they
Yes.
just don't make them like they used to.
Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
It's definitely a better scene. Like for the booby traps is better in 1 than 2. The building isn't as good, but it still scratches that itch.
Yeah, because it was just kind of like regurgitating everything, right?
Yeah,
They just-
exactly.
Like,
Now,
I think the coolest thing in that one is he went down that little slide, that tube on the side of the building into the garbage can.
that was great. Or when he set it up like they could climb up the building from a rope and started dropping things on their heads.
Kevin
Classic.
McAllister was a sick kid when you think about it. He's a real deranged, sick, juvenile little delinquent.
They didn't
I
have to go
almost
far
get-
to get the good son.
No,
You know,
they
it was like he
didn't.
was right there.
I almost get why they left him at home twice. Because they say it was an
That
accident.
sucks.
It
There's
wasn't.
a TikTok I
Like,
saw.
he's a troublemaker.
I saw a TikTok just yesterday of somebody on the app saying, I'm in my 30s and I just found out why they left Kevin. And there's a scene in the opening part of the movie where something is spilt and they're cleaning it up and they wipe it up and you see his ticket being thrown in the garbage.
Oh, really?
I noticed that the first time when I watched it.
I've never
Yeah,
seen
but I mean,
that.
even if your ticket is thrown in the garbage, you would still remember to bring your kid.
And they would
Like,
reprint that ticket.
Right.
I would reprint the ticket, but there was a lot of kids, and that family was very stressed out.
It's really
yeah, they
that
had a lot
punk.
going on.
It's that little punk who comes across the street who won't get out of the van at the beginning. Everything would have been fine.
Yeah.
And what did Kevin's dad do to be able to afford that house in Chicago?
He had to
I
have
don't
buried
know, but
people.
It's beautiful.
I mean, that guy's somebody's boss.
Yeah, that guy had a lot of money.
Yeah, that was a nice place.
Well, but then it was also in the 90s, so it probably cost 25 cents. You know what I mean? The mortgage was nothing.
A better deal back then.
Okay, that does it for us. Our holiday party is coming up here in about an hour, so we're gonna.
Yeah,
daydream.
Tanner, you gotta find a white elephant.
I gotta run to Fred Meyer because Casey guilted me
I
into
still think you
getting
should
a white
just
elephant.
find something around here.
I think I could.
Toilet paper, 2 rolls, that'll cover.
I think I do have a brand new lint roller in my bag. I could
There
give
you
that
go.
away.
Oh, nice.
Done
That's
and
like
done.
gold.
So next week we've got a big show, a lot of great shows next week because it's the last week of the year for us.
That's
And
right.
then we're going on vacation.
And we have good tickets to give away next week too.
What are we giving away?
I believe if my notes are correct, we have Def Leppard and Journey tickets and Jim Gaffigan.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, double down.
So,
Oh my God!
that's what I'm saying.
And then on Friday is our big Breaking and Entering Christmas special. So that's going to start at 8 a.m. and we are super excited to make sure that this family gets everything they need for Christmas.
We're on it.
It's going to be emotional, so bring your handkerchief if you still rock one of those.
Yeah, wash the boogers out of
Wash
it
the
before
boogers
Friday.
out. Make sure you check that out. You can also see the video when it's posted on Friday as well at 1059thebrew.com.
The word booger just broke Laura, by the way.
Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm glad it's the weekend. Go.
Therese is in next. We will see you next week. Follow us online at 1059 The Brew. Happy Friday.